Do you feel like you're sabotaging not only your relationships at home, but also your opportunities at work? Most people just go around reacting because they don't understand how attachment works, and they don't understand that we all have a blueprint in our brains that automatically dictates how we respond in moments where we're trying to monitor or manage our feelings of being needed, our feelings of being valued, and our feelings of safety in a relationship. When we think of attachment style, most people appropriately think about how that shows up in our relationships and what that looks like in relationships. At the same time, our attachment style can also really influence other environments like our work environment. And I had a session this morning with somebody that really kind of underscores how this looks. She's part of a big company that is being purchased by another company. And so her division is being absorbed and combined with another company, which creates some discombobulation, right? Am I going to be let go? Are they going to recognize my value? You know, there's certainly going to be trimming of the fat, right? When you bring two organizations together, there's always more people than places. And so she recently found out that there's a list that has been created that is a list of people that are going to be let go. They've already been identified, but the people aren't going to be told until November. She, of course, doesn't know if she's on the list or not. And this is a common occurrence, right? And what I want to point out is that this activated her default coping based on her attachment style rulebook. Your attachment style is a rulebook that dictates how we monitor and manage closeness and connection. It's playing in the background, and once that mechanism in our brains gets activated, if we're not aware of what's going on, then the code from that rule book automatically dictates what we do in those moments. And this client of mine has an avoidant rule book, and somebody with an avoidant attachment style doesn't believe that relationships are safe and doesn't expect to matter in relationships. In fact, the avoidant brain says relationships are not a safe place to be. They're not confident that they're going to matter to people that they're supposed to matter to. And the avoidant rulebook says, therefore, create space, protect yourself from being hurt. This whole scenario has made this client of mine want to bounce, because that's what happens when the avoidant rulebook gets activated. When the avoidant brain gets activated, they start looking for reasons to protect themselves from being too close, because being too close equals danger to the avoidant brain. And so for her brain's like, well, I might not be wanted. There's a chance I could be on this list. The avoidant rulebook says, therefore, I should bounce. If you have an anxious attachment style, what does that rulebook say? That rulebook says, when you're feeling triggered, when you're not sure where you stand with somebody or where you stand in a relationship, what do? The anxious brain says, make sure that you're relevant. Make sure that they don't forget about you. Be needy, be obvious, overdue. And so in a workplace, what does that look like? That looks like taking on extra projects, working late, volunteering for things, being very eager to please and to, wag your tail and make sure that they're doing everything in your power to make sure that they're seeing value in you. And that's how the anxious brain goes about coping with that same fear and insecurity of not being sure that they're going to be valued and that they're going to be safe in this new situation. Most people are completely unaware that we even have this internal subconscious rule book dictating how we respond in these moments. Most people just go around reacting because they don't understand how attachment works. And they don't understand that we all have a blueprint in our brains that, unless we do something different, automatically dictates how we respond in moments where we're trying to monitor or manage our feelings of being needed, our feelings of being valued, and mattering and our feelings of safety in a relationship. And so it's super important to understand what's going on under the surface in your head, because if you're not consciously aware of it, then your subconscious brain is just going to be puppeteering you and determining how you react in these different situations. If you want to learn more about attachment, watch some of my other videos on attachment. We've got videos on all the different attachment styles. And if you want to learn more about your temperament and how your personality interacts with your attachment style, then take the free core assessment and start your journey of self-discovery to improve your own internal functioning and how you show up in the relationships in your life. Whether those relationships are your intimate personal family and close friend relationships or your work or church relationships.